I know that there's people upstairs, and I'm sorry. I can't get them to shut their mouths even if I wanted to. But I hope that you and I can still find a little bit of time to be together. Do you think you could do that for me? Do you think that maybe we could find some time just to sit and relax together? I do hope so. I just adore talking to you. Makes my whole day light up. Y'all's just so precious to me. I don't know what I'd do without you. I do like our little talks together, don't you know that? I had me a nice refreshing drink. Because you know how hot it gets out here. Do you think that maybe you'd be up for a little bit of relaxation with me? I would quite enjoy that. Little sounds and little ticks here and there. Little minor imperfections. They're what make the world go round. Don't you know? Oh, baby. I know it's hard. I know sometimes it's rather difficult to sleep at night. Rather difficult to shut your mind off. But all you've got to do is just take a deep, long breath. In and out. And know that everything's gonna be fine. Because I'm right here with you. I ain't going anywhere. Aren't you lucky? You're in your nice, quiet little area. Doing your nice, quiet relaxation thing. And you know I'm not going anywhere. You can just stay with me. Shut your eyes. And let the whole world melt away. It's not gonna get you. Nothing's gonna get you while I'm here to protect you. And you know I'm here to protect you always, don't you, baby? What's on your mind, baby? You know I can listen to anything you have to say. I'm right here. And you know if you need anything, you can just tell me.
My platoon was tasked with
Just talk to me, baby.
moving down to certain...
Tell me what's wrong or what's right. You know, sometimes I know you stay up because you've got lots of good news on your mind. That's all right.
off, and then we made operations to move in, and
I'm gonna hear all about it.
2 o'clock in the morning, we went across the berm and instantly started taking casualties, but started lighting up this city like you wouldn't believe. Artillery strikes going in, and planes flying in and dropping 500-pound J-down bombs into obviously civilian areas. I mean, my platoon was tasked with moving down a certain sector from the north side of the city, and of course we had to take every building block that we went through, and we had already
Going anywhere, doing anything.
come up to like a four-story like apartment building, and we had encountered heavy resistance from there, and there was no way that we were going to be able to clear it with using people, so we called an airstrike on it, a helicopter strike with it, and after a couple of them, the building just completely collapsed in. And I was thinking at the time how many civilians could have been inside there. I mean, just like any kind of conflict, there's people that are hiding inside of places that are unable to come out. On the building. So we hit it, and then we stormed into the building.
We could go ahead and buy ourselves a house there.
There was
That'd be fun. We'll have somewhere
there
nice.
was two 14, looked about a 14-year-old kid, a 6-year-old kid, and a young, maybe this could have been her husband. I couldn't tell because he was so messed up, and a woman that was bleeding, but not
holidays and fun things like that.
not severely. And all she was screaming, "Why, Laish, Laish?"
Be able to imagine
And and I broke down. I leaned up against the wall, and as my rest of my Marines cleared through the building, and I sat there with the corpsman trying to do something about it. But I started to cry. I wanted to rip my hair out. I gave the order for them to use the missiles on the building. Go nuts. So we hit it, and then we stormed into the building. Came up to me and put her hand on my cheek and said, "Inshallah." It was, which is God's will. There was these people over there. 214. Doesn't matter what bad things happened to them. Kid, a 6-year-old kid, that there will, and a young, maybe by the way, it could have been her husband. I could religious, but no, it wasn't God's will. It was my fucking order. I gave the order to fire those rockets into that building, and I killed her family. And that's when I knew that I was put in a situation where I had to do that. I thought I had to do that to keep myself and my Marines alive, thinking that, well, that was the best thing I could do at the time. Well, I have to live with that decision.
really what's important, isn't it? To smile. To smile and to be happy. And make other people smile too. I know how good.
Alright, you got out at a good time. Did you guys want coffee?
I know how good you are at making other people happy. I may even know better than you know yourself. I see everybody smiling when they're talking to you. Don't you notice them? Don't you see their happy faces? It's because you're a good person, and they can see that right in here, right in your heart, which comes out in your eyes, right in your smile, that you smile with both your mouth and your eyes. That big grin just lights up a whole room, and you know it, don't you, baby? Bless your heart. You have no idea how happy you make people. You have no idea how much you make people smile. How important you are to everybody. Even if you think you do, you don't. Well, it's probably my fault for not telling you all the way. I want you to see yourself. Close your eyes. Close your eyes right there. Good. Now I want you to see yourself as the most perfect version of yourself as you can. At whatever weight you want to be. At whatever skin shade you want to be. Your hair looks absolutely perfect, even if your hair right now can't look that way physically. You have the best hair you've ever had, the best body you've ever had. Blood with pride of yourself. I want you to see yourself wearing the things you've always dreamed of. And talking with the people you've always wanted to talk with. Do you see it? Do you see how happy? Do you see how amazing you feel? Good. That's how amazing you make everybody feel around you. Every single day. That's how you make those around you feel. That's how they see you. Nobody around you wants you to change much or at all. And if they do, they want you to change for the better. So that you'll be happier. But you don't need to change. You're amazing just the way you are, and I love you for it. A little house somewhere nice and sunny and warm. There's nothing pretty and quiet I wouldn't do to try and show you what an incredible person you are. Even if you're trying to hide it under other things. Like, for example, perhaps trying to hide it under a demeanor of anger or sadness. No, baby, you can't fool me. You can't fool me at all. You imagine something And you know you're appreciated. Better than you know yourself. And you can appreciate yourself. Can't you? Everybody smile. They're talking. Can't you?
Okay, for the film. Serious look. You look at the ambulance, please.
Yeah, I thought so. Don't you see their happy faces? I can see it in those eyes. It's because you're good. I can see it in that little smile that's starting in the corner of your mouth. In here. Right in your heart. You can't be hiding that from me. No, no. Right in your smile. You smile with both your mouth and your eyes. That big grin just lights up a whole room. That's really what's important. Smile at you, baby. What exactly are you even hiding for anyway? I mean, why hide how wonderful you are? Why try to disguise it under false pretenses or under masks right in your smile? I'm gonna have somewhere nice and sunny and warm and pretty and quiet. Maybe we wouldn't have to live there, but we'd certainly have a good time there on vacations and holidays and fun things like that. I want you to be able to enjoy.
It's okay, baby.
If it's black, it's volcanic.
Might be just good soil.
If the light side is not exposed, your car will say.
It will. I took off because they say for the next 160 miles it's just desert.
Who said that?
The sign said. Okay. Not very good.
No, but the anti-schools that they are like, fuck it, let's go for it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Later on done by other films too.
Makes you want to pick them in.
What's going on?
Blowing up.
Dull.
From CBS News headquarters in New York, here is Dan Rather.
It was just over 90 minutes beyond President Bush's deadline for Saddam Hussein to leave Iraq that U.S. warships and planes, there were F-117 stealth bombers involved, launched the opening salvo of Operation.
Say war is death.
War is death.
Yeah, and repeat that a couple times.
War.
Again. There is no honor in war. There are no winners in war.
pulling back Lima 3 right now to mount up and go south, link up with white platoon break. When we pull out of here, I need you to move MCF down to link up with blue, the intersection by the River Road on the west break. He may be in a position where he's going to need some dismount, scattered around where his tanks are set up. So if you can get down there and link up with him when we all pull out of here, over.
I know how good you are at making other people happy. I may even know better than you know yourself. I see everybody smiling when they're talking to you. Don't you notice them? Don't you see their happy faces? It's because you're a good person. And they can see that right in here, right in your heart, which comes out in your eyes, right in your smile, that you smile with both your mouth and your eyes. That big grin just lights up a whole room, and you know it, don't you, baby? Bless your heart. You have no idea how happy you make people. You have no idea how much you make people smile. How important you are to everybody. Even if you think you do, you don't. Well, that's probably my fault for not telling you all the way.
serious injury while in police custody. And the commissioner is admitting to serious mistakes by his officers, including multiple failures to provide timely medical treatment. NBC's Tom Costello continues to follow the story for us.
Today, confirmation from Baltimore police that once Freddie Gray was arrested and placed into a police van, the arresting officers failed to put a seatbelt on him, a violation of police policy.
We know he was not buckled in the transportation wagon, as he should have been. No excuses for that, period.
Also today, police said Gray appeared to be talking and moving in the van until the third stop. Among the questions, was Gray given what's known as a rough ride, jarring stops and starts that might have caused his fatal injury?
If someone harmed Freddie Gray, we're going to have to prosecute them. And so giving too much information out to you on the front here now may jeopardize that prosecution.
In the 6 days since Gray died of a spinal cord injury, demonstrators have demanded answers. Among the protesters this week, entire families, including Williams.
I'm worried about me dying, and I'm thinking I'm in my neighborhood stressed out and crap, and I just don't want to die.
Now demonstrators are promising to ratchet up the pressure tomorrow.
They want an end to the cycle of black men being shot down, gunned down, having their spines broken and their backs broken. The people of Baltimore are demanding this.
But today, surrounded by civic and religious leaders, the mayor urged all protesters to remain peaceful.
This community and this whole community is committed to seeking justice for Mr. Gray. So if you're going to come here, come to help us, not to hurt us.
Baltimore police are also asking for witnesses to come forward. By the way, 5 of the 6 officers involved have now voluntarily talked to investigators. 1 has not. And the Baltimore Sun reports tonight that over the past decade, 2 suspects have won court cases against the city for being paralyzed while riding in those police vans. Lester?
Tom Costello in Baltimore. Thank you.
Don't you see their happy faces? It's because you're a good person, and they can see that. here, right in your heart, which comes out in your eyes, right in your smile, that you smile with both your mouth and your eyes. That big grin just lights up a whole room, and you know it, don't you, baby? Bless your heart. You have no idea how happy you make people. You have no idea how much you make people smile. How important you are to everybody. Even if you think you do, you don't. Well, that's probably my fault for not telling you all the way. I want you to see yourself. Close your eyes. Just close your eyes right there. Good. Now I want you to see yourself as the most perfect version of yourself as you can.
Right. Well, high moment. There you go. Down to the right. There you go. Right there. Come on. And swing it left a little. Up a little bit. Come on. Down. Left. just